What is up? TheAireaidLord is returning for a gaming update for the date of December 9th, 2012. And I'm sure some people will be asking, even before I get into any topics, why didn't you put this video into HD? You could have, streamed it, and you could put all sorts of effects and intros and all sorts of, really special stuff onto it and make it really good. Well, I'm going to talk about that right now because, well, I'll start with it. As you know, last week was a big week because it was the first week that I ever started streaming with my Elgato game capture unit. I don't know what you want to call it, HD, live streaming, I don't really know what the name for it is. But it's me moving away from the filming that I've done with this camera. Alright, the camera that I'm using right now to ironically film this gaming update, I moved away from it last week and filmed pretty much all my footage last week with the HD Elgato game capture. I finally got it working. I actually was having problems because last week I got my ginormous gaming laptop and I set it up and I basically was like, okay, now I have all the pieces I need for my Elgato game capture unit. And I went to plug it in and it wasn't working for some reason, and I said, well, why is that? I don't understand. I ended up staying on the phone for 2 hours with customer support for freaking Elgato, and it wasn't a pretty experience, I'll just say that right now. And I eventually ended up, the guy didn't tell me anything I didn't already know on the phone, so I was like, alright, this is useless. And then after screwing around with it, I actually got it to work. And apparently, I don't know if anyone has an Elgato unit out there, this is a really useful tip. If you have a computer that has USB 3 and USB 2 slots, then it's not going to work. You can't plug, because basically the Elgato device is powered by a USB cable. And if that USB cable is plugged into the USB 3 slot, for whatever reason it doesn't work. The display, it doesn't show up on the Elgato software, it only shows up on your TV. And this was happening when I was plugging it into the USB 3 slot. And the only reason I put it into the USB 3 slot is because it's on the left side of my huge gaming laptop, and I wanted to basically, make it easier, because the way my wires and cords work in my room is that it goes from the left side, and then the Elgato unit's on the left side, so I wanted to make it easy and have it run that way on the left. Well, now it has to hook from the right and has to go around the computer and bend and then go to the Elgato, which is hovering in the air near where my chair. It's freaking, it works, but it's just frustrating because it's hard to move. There's so many wires all around this room. It's fucking like a jungle of wires around here, and it's just annoying because the setup could be so much easier if I could use the USB 3 port. It's funny, my blue Snowball microphone works with the USB 3 slot because that's what I use, or have been using, to voice over all of my videos thus far. I've been using the USB 3 slot, and it's worked completely fine. But for whatever reason, the Elgato device just has some sort of issue with it, and I don't really know why. So I figured out the problem, and because I did, I was able to use it. So I think it was Wednesday. I figured out how to officially use the device early Wednesday. It was basically on Tuesday of last week was when I did all of this customer support bullshit, and I was like, oh, it's my birthday, and I feel really, sad about this. I wanted to get this unit hooked up because so many people have been looking forward to this. And it ended up not working, and then I finally got it to work early Wednesday, which was actually my 18th birthday, ironically. And on my birthday, I got the Elgato device working, and I actually loaded a match of Halo 4 up onto my channel. I had saved a couple of Halo 4 gameplay videos, and I actually took one of those videos and used it as a test video to test the quality in 1080p. Now, I put it up, and massively positive reaction, and not just for the Halo 4 video, but all of the Skyrim Dragonborn DLC videos that I put up after that. People loved the direct capture, and they were really saying that it's a really good jump, that they think my footage is awesome. Some of my fans who have been kind of inactive watching my footage have said that they're coming out of their shells kind of and watching my footage and really giving it a chance now that I've upgraded and taken their suggestions. So this is great. This is really what I was looking for in terms of people's positive response to my content. And I think it's great that people have this response, and I thank you very much for having that response. I can tell you, now that I've used this for about, well, it hasn't been a week, but I've used the Elgato software and I've been recording for about 5 days now. And I know for a fact that I'm going to need a good couple of weeks to really get adjusted to the software so I get into a rhythm. When I first started filming with a camera and a camcorder, I was into a rhythm where all I would do is set the focus of the camera, zoom in so that it fit my TV screen, make sure that the lighting and the focus was all correct, and then I would just hit stop record, stop record, stop record, stop record, and then once my memory card was full, I'd offload it, I'd put it into my computer, then the files would be there, and then I would just pick all the files, upload them, and then it would be done. It would be the easiest thing in the world. Then I'd have a whole bunch of videos up of whatever game I wanted to play, and that would be that. That's how I've done my footage. Now it's a little different. It's still fairly easy because now how I use the Elgato software, I set up my microphone. Basically, let me show you this. I actually didn't do an unboxing of this because I got it as a present for my birthday from my family. I do want to show this microphone real quick because it is a cool device. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. Right here, this is what I use to record my footage, all right, or to commentate with my footage. Blue Snowball microphone. This is what I've been using for all of my Skyrim videos in particular. It's a great quality microphone. It only costs $40. The reason I went with this microphone is because, the one I had was really old, and I used it for podcasts and stuff, but it really didn't have the greatest quality, so I wanted to upgrade. And I saw a whole bunch of positive reviews for this thing, and people said that it's a microphone that gets fantastic quality, but at the same time, it doesn't cost that much money. So I was like, awesome, I'll do it, and I actually did a couple of test videos with it, and the quality sounds great. Now, there are 3 options. There's like a 1, 2, and 3 level switches on the back of the device, and I was kind of fooling around with those during the Skyrim videos. So some people were saying, oh, your voice sounds a little off in this section. Well, that's because I was kind of toying around with it, trying to see what settings would be the greatest. It sounds like the first setting would be the greatest because that way it only picks up my voice. It doesn't pick up the TV noise because that noise is already being recorded by the Elgato, so it would only pick up my voice. And since what I do, I have a table, I have this little coffee table that's set up right next to my gaming chair, which, it's the gaming chair that, squeaks whenever I sit in it. And I have the coffee table next to the gaming chair. I put my microphone on the coffee table so that way I don't have to lean over and commentate. And basically I could just sit there. It's the same setup I had as before. I sit in my chair and I just play. I play the game. I don't have to do anything. All I have to do is hit record on the Elgato software. There's a little big red thing that you hit, and that records your gameplay. And basically I do it similar to the camera. I start it and stop it every 11 to 14 minutes, and I stop it, and the great thing about it is that when you stop it, it actually exports as a MP4 video file. So when I take a 14-minute clip of the Dragonborn DLC, like I have uploaded on my channel right now, I hit stop, and then as soon as I hit stop, that file actually gets exported as an MP4, and it goes into my videos files on my computer, and then once I'm done recording, I can go to YouTube and select the files I want to upload. It's perfect. It's a perfect setup, and it's really flexible and great. There's only one downside to this whole thing that I'm explaining right now. The one downside, which I avoided completely when I was using a camera, and it's actually the reason why I'm using a camera to do this gaming update. I actually did contemplate doing like a gaming update 2.0. I think that's what I'm going to call the new series, Gaming Update 2.0, where I still film my TV screen, but it would be with the Elgato device, and I would also talk into my microphone, and that's how I would inform you guys of information coming in the future. Unfortunately, the big problem with the Elgato files I'm dealing with is that they're fucking large as hell. The files are very, very, very big because they're being filmed in 720p, and because they're 11 to 14 minutes, sometimes longer. They're taking up a lot of space on my hard drive, which actually isn't really a problem because I have like a 900 gigabyte hard drive on this gaming PC, which is huge, I know, but it's a great PC. It's not the it's not my computer that's the issue. It's uploading it to YouTube is the issue, okay? When I was using the camera files, the greatest, and this is why I bought this camera, okay? Everyone kept asking me, why did you buy this camera? You know, obviously you bought it because Darkside Phil uses it, and all you're doing is copying Darkside Phil. The reason I bought this camera is because of the suggestion that Darkside Phil made to me, alright? Obviously we're friends, I've said this many times, and when he was suggesting this camera to me when I first bought it in early 2011, he told me one of the big reasons why he bought it is because the cards, the memory cards, are very, very small. The files that you take, every file is very small, and they don't take up much hard drive space. I'm going to show you right now. This is a memory, well, I don't know how well you can see that, but this is a memory stick duo. These are the memory cards. There's one memory card like this in the camera right now, and this is what I use, or have been using, to record all my gameplay. And I just explained to you how I do it with the camera. And for the longest time it's worked. Even on my old computer, because my old computer had like 14 gigs of freaking space. It was a piece of shit computer. But because I was using a camera, it worked. I didn't need to get a new computer. That's why I was using that piece of shit. Because I was able to upload gameplay of these games. I could upload like 30 videos. And I would still have a whole bunch of space left on the shitty computer because the files are so small, but they're still in 720p. I'm recording in 720p on this camera right now. There's an option to record in 720p or 1080p. 1080p, it doesn't matter because YouTube downgrades the quality anyway, but I'm filming in 720p right now on this camera. And again, I probably would have kept this camera set up if things were going great for the channel, if I was getting a whole bunch of views and likes and people were really flocking to the channel. But that's not the case, and that's why I upgraded to the Elgato device, because people kept telling me that that's what they wanted, that that's what's going to make my channel grow. And it's not like I'm just listening to their suggestions. You know, I listen to myself as well. And I seriously sat down and talked about this with myself. I was like, you know, how can I really make the channel improve? And this was one of the ways I really thought I could do it. The biggest YouTubers are using these devices. I know my friend Phil is an exception because he's one of the few people that still uses a camera and still gets great views on his videos and has a big audience. So it was a decision that I made, and people are supporting it right now, but the problem is when I do a playthrough, like last week I did the Dragonborn DLC for Skyrim. That was my focus last week, okay? Came out on Tuesday and I dedicated a good chunk of time. It actually took me 3 days to beat it, not because it was long, I just had stuff going on in those days, but it did take me 3 days to beat the Dragonborn DLC. But I think the first 4 videos were uploaded with the camera, and then every video after that was uploaded with the Elgato device. And it was a big difference. Uploading my, parts 5 through 21 were all uploaded using my Elgato device, and it took forever. I was getting videos that were like 14 minutes long were taking like almost an hour and a half to upload. Like, it's ridiculous. Think about that. Logically, let's do the math. I don't know if people are good at math. I'm not good at math either, but I'm just going to do some really simple math to figure this out. If it's taking an hour and a half for a 14-minute clip to upload to YouTube, multiply that by 24 videos, because as you know, I have playthroughs that go past 24 parts. And I had many playthroughs this year that went past 24 parts, like Borderlands 2. So think of a playthrough like Borderlands 2 trying to be filmed with the Elgato unit. That playthrough went 95 parts. I uploaded 95 parts of that playthrough in September. Imagine if I used the Elgato unit. Okay, imagine. That means that it would take over an entire day for 24 videos to upload, because you're talking 24 hours. So let's just estimate an hour per clip, and that doesn't even count processing time and stuff. That's a lot of time. Like, first of all, I know my fans aren't going to be staying up 24/7 to watch my content. That just doesn't happen. That doesn't happen with anybody. Maybe it does, I don't know, but it doesn't happen with me. Secondly, that's ridiculous, okay? I would rather have a whole bunch of videos upload quickly instead of have it be this all-day, all-night fucking excursion of footage. Now, this jumps to my next point. Should I pretty much stop doing playthroughs? Because that eliminates the need to take 50 parts of a game. For example, Far Cry 3. earlier today, I actually started the campaign of Far Cry 3, and I uploaded, well, I didn't upload, I have them saved on my computer, but I have, right now, on standby, I have 2 videos of Far Cry 3's campaign. The intro, it's basically the intro, I'm not going to spoil it, it's basically you escaping and stuff, and it's the introduction of the game, and it gives you your first mission after you shut down the radio tower, and you basically are learning the mechanics of the game and how to hunt and do different things. I uploaded those, well, again, I didn't upload, I have them on my computer. I have 2 videos of those, of the intro of Far Cry 3 on my computer. The problem is, if I upload them, they're going to take a lot of time to upload. Also, Far Cry 3, I've heard, is an insanely long game. People have said that it's about as long as Skyrim was last year. So, do you really want to see 100 parts of Far Cry 3 in HD, where it's going to take days and days and days and days to upload them? Because let me be honest with you guys. I don't feel like uploading a bazillion Far Cry 3 videos for the entire month of December. I just don't. Like, maybe some people on my channel are fans of the game, but I just don't feel like uploading that many Far Cry 3 videos. Like, it's just not going to happen. I just don't have the time to babysit my computer. Because that's the thing. When I was trying to, I don't know if you've noticed this, but I think it's like part 15 and part 17 of my Dragonborn playthrough are missing. You know why they're missing? Because YouTube has been fucked up recently. They changed the layout, which is new. They actually changed the whole freaking layout of their page, which looks god-awful on my 17-inch screen. You got all this white semen space on the screen. It makes no sense. But when they changed the layout, they fucked up the upload. So now I'm uploading videos, and some videos aren't starting, some videos aren't processing, and I've been going ballistic because I'm trying to work with this Elgato software, and YouTube can't hold itself with the fucking uploads that I'm doing. In addition, I don't know if people know this, but there are other people in my home who use the internet connection. And I can't hijack it 24/7. There's no way I can upload all parts of Far Cry 3 throughout the month of December and have them fuck everyone's internet connection. Like, it's not fair to them. It's not fair to me that I put out so much content. And I have to find a way around this, okay? And I posed a couple of options to my fans in my unboxing video of Far Cry 3, which I did a couple of days ago. So, the first option I posed was me not doing a full playthrough and only doing the highlights. You know, the big scenes, you know, a boss battle, me getting a really good gun. The cool thing about the Elgato software is that it has flashback recording, which means even if you're not recording, it still like takes footage in the background, so you can always just rewind it and then start recording in case I miss something. Okay, so I could always have it on standby, and then if I see something, ooh, that was really cool, hit record and I got it on footage. That's option number 1. Option number 2, I do a full playthrough of Far Cry 3, but I wouldn't be doing it with the Elgato game capture. I would be doing it with none other than the camera. The camera would come back out of retirement, and it would basically be my device that I use. Because, as you know, I've been using a camera for almost 2 years now. And I'm used to it, I know how it works, and I know that I can upload a 90-part, playthrough of a game just like that. I can upload 100 parts, like that, just snap, snap, snap. I can put them up, and I can have them on YouTube and everyone can watch them. That's not an issue. I can have that happen just like that. I can snap my fingers and fucking Houdini himself will put the videos up on YouTube. But again, think of what you're losing. You're going to lose the quality. You're not going to hear my voice the way you're hearing it, well, not now, but when you heard it through the blue Snowball. Because I actually got some comments from people who said, oh, your voice sounds so much, it doesn't sound as squeaky and high-pitched. Because I'll admit, on the camera, my camera modulates my voice so that it sounds slightly higher pitched than it does now. When I talk into the blue Snowball, it actually sounds pretty much accurate to what it is now. So it's not as higher pitched. In real life, you'll notice like my voice is very, very deep. If you meet me at a convention or something, it's not anything like it is that you're hearing it now. I know that's hard for people to believe, but these types of software do modulate voices when they receive them. It's not directly how things are portrayed. They obviously have to work with the technology they're given. So I would use, that's option number 2. The camera would be the would be the unit that I do full playthroughs for. So all the games that are, there's like 100 games coming out in 2013, at least in the early quarter. You've got like Beyond Two Souls, Gears of War Judgment, and these are all games, GTA 5. These are big blockbuster titles that are coming out. And they're probably going to be long games. Do you want me to do a full playthrough of these games like I've been doing all this other stuff? Because if I'm going to have to use the camera. It's just going to get to the point where I can't be uploading 30 videos with the Elgato thing because it's going to take too fucking long. My computer sometimes crashes. YouTube can't handle it sometimes and it fucks up the uploads and then I have to redo it and I'm staying up late at night till midnight. It's taking a toll on me. It's taking a toll on my fans. It's just not working. Alright, most people who use Elgato probably go for like one good Call of Duty video and put sprinkly effects, and it takes maybe, an hour and a half to upload, but that's the one video they upload for like a week. That's all they do. Me, I upload parts of videos, parts 1 through 20. It's a playthrough, it's me, all the things that I've done in the game. So it makes sense, and I've been doing it for a long time, and I know that it's something that I like to do, and this is what has made my channel popular. If I was to move on to competitive Halo 4 multiplayer, which I'm thinking of doing because I am good at the game, it's different. It's not what I've done on my channel. What I've done on my channel for the longest time has been playing through a game from start to finish. And that's just becoming very hard with the Elgato device. So, I gotta get off this topic because I'm already in 21 minutes. But that's basically the two options. And then the third option, which I don't want to do, is uploading an entire playthrough with the Elgato device. And obviously the problems would be the long upload times, the toll it's going to take on my internet connection and the people who use it, and also myself for having to manage all these videos in case they crash and I have to redo them and some videos get lost and they don't upload and the whole fucking conundrum that happens because YouTube sucks so fucking much. So that's the problem, and I would like you to cast your vote on what you think I should do. I need help and I need your support, because this is the future of my channel, and this is pretty much how I'll be recording all my footage in the future. So it's you guys hold the future of the channel in the balance. I could always make an executive decision and say, this is the way I'm doing it, and fuck everything else, but I know that people watch my stuff for a reason, so I want to do it based on what you guys think, okay? As a follow-up, this coming Friday, I'm going to be going away. I'm actually taking a trip to New Jersey, where I used to live. I don't know if I mentioned this last week. I made a big revelation video last week, which was basically me talking about my life in great detail. I highly suggest you go watch that video. I favorited it and linked it to my friend Phil's page. So do watch that video, first of all. That's a very important 58-minute video. I put a lot of time into it, and I hope you like it. I actually showed my face in it. Reason I'm not showing my face right now is because I'm more comfortable doing this kind of update kind of style where I can just stare off into the fucking wall and just talk to myself and have you guys listen to it, okay? But that was a very important video I did. And I talked in the video, I said that I would be revisiting my hometown of New Jersey. I'm actually doing that this Saturday is it Friday? I don't know. I know it's Saturday for sure. I'm not sure if I'm leaving Friday, but Saturday is one of the days I'll be in New Jersey. I'm thinking of taking vlog footage of my old town, and you'll get to see where I used to go to school. I actually might go to the hospital that I was actually born in, where I was first, where I was first brought into the world in New Jersey, which would be pretty cool for people to see the hospital I was brought into the world in. I think that would be kind of a retro trip for some people, but I've never actually done videos like that. All my vlogs have been me going to gaming conventions. I've never gone on a trip somewhere and taken footage. It's kind of funny because a year ago I actually went to Florida for Christmas 2011, and I was thinking of actually taking my camera and taking footage of the trip, but I ended up not doing it just because my parents were like, well, it's a very personal trip and it's our family and we don't really think you should do that. What if you lose the camera? And at the time the camera is what I used to take all my footage with anyway, so I pretty much said, you know what, that's a good idea. So I didn't end up bringing the camera to that trip, but I'm thinking of bringing the camera on my New Jersey trip. So again, let me know if you want me to do that. I'm thinking of doing that, and I think people would be interested in seeing the history, where I grew up, my old friends, if I can get in contact with them, and the things that I did. So let me know if you want to see that. Another thing, there's a couple of things happening this week. This Tuesday, there's actually an open lobby for a new game that Machinima is promoting called Hawken. And since I'm part of Machinima, I'm going to try to take part in it. And the cool thing about the Elgato game capture device is that you can record PC gameplay, and I found a way to do it. I actually tested it, and you can do it. So if I play Hawken Tuesday, possibly with my friend Phil, because he is getting it as well, and he's going to be doing footage of it, because he's with Machinima too, I might be recording Hawken with the Elgato game capture. And that game's a multiplayer game. It's not a playthrough, so I could easily take a whole bunch of Elgato footage videos with that, and then pick and choose what I want to upload. So that'll come Tuesday. Then the rest of the week, I got to focus on Far Cry 3, because I still got to beat that game. It's going to be a long game, and I'm basically going to go off, again, your suggestions. Whatever you guys suggest I should do for Far Cry 3, that's what I'm going to decide, okay? And then obviously, if you've been watching my footage, I did beat the Dragonborn DLC. The last part literally just went up a couple of minutes ago because YouTube's been so fucked up, the uploads for the Dragonborn DLC have been all over the place, but I'm hoping to put them in a playlist so people can see them. But I did beat it. Rest assured, I did beat it, and now I'm going to move on to Far Cry 3. I'm hoping to beat that in the month of December, and then also do some other things, okay? So, I'm basically done with this video, but before I sign off, I want to open the floor to one more thing. I have no idea if people are even going to see this part of the video, because most people don't watch my entire updates, but now I don't know if I'm going to get flack for this, because I did last year when I did it. But I'm thinking, well actually I know I'm going to do it, I am going to be doing a funniest moments for my channel. Okay, and I know, everyone's going to fucking stomp their feet and throw feces at their computer screen and say, how dare you, Darkside Phil already does this, why are you doing it? Well, because I've been on YouTube for a full year. You know, I've started filming, well I didn't start filming, but I've been filming all year. I have had footage from January 2012 up to December 2012. I've had a lot of crazy things that have happened in that period of time. Funny moments, crazy things happening. It makes sense that I want to share them, consolidate all the funny moments, and put them into some sort of funny video edited thing. It'll probably be a montage, similar to what I did last year. I actually did a funniest moments last year, but there weren't many clips. I only took like a few clips, and I didn't have the fans vote. I'm actually going to have you guys vote. So on Friday, I'm thinking, this is what I'm going to do. On Friday, before I leave for New Jersey, for my New Jersey trip, I'm actually going to make a video. And in the comments of the video, you're going to vote for what moments you thought were the funniest on my channel. And you're going to link me. You're going to say, it was part 86 of Jak 2 that I thought was the funniest. Or, it was part 34 of Mass Effect 3 when you were fucking really sick. Or, it was part 20 of Max Payne 3 when you fell. Or some shit like that. Basically, I want your feedback on what my funniest moments of the year were, and then I will, off that feedback, I will make a montage video. I'll put maybe some music that isn't copyrighted, and I'll make it really cool. And that'll come around Christmas time. I'll release that maybe Christmas Eve or the 23rd, so around Christmas, maybe if it fits in with my Far Cry 3 videos. But that's it. That's all the footage I have planned. Again, Tuesday, Hawken. The rest of the week, Far Cry. On Friday, I want people to vote for the funniest moments, and then on Saturday, the big New Jersey trip, which I may or may not be bringing my camera. It depends, but you'll definitely see some very unique footage Saturday if I do bring it. So that's it. Very long video, 28 minutes. I was rambling a lot about the Elgato stuff, but this is important information. This is a very critical time for my channel. I care about this channel a lot, if you haven't noticed, and I want to put time into it. Gaming is fun for me. Channel is fun for me when I'm not stressed out about it, and I would like you guys to help me not be stressed with this feedback. So, I'm the TheAireaidLord. Thank you. Sorry for the long video. Had a lot of information to put up. Vote on Friday for the funniest moments on my channel. Yes, my channel, not anyone else's. My moments, my channel, my footage. And also tell me what you think I should do for Far Cry 3 and future playthroughs. Should I do full playthroughs? Should I do it with the camera? Should I do it with the Elgato? What should I do? Thank you. Your feedback is always welcomed. Peace out.